Hello there, my name is Apex and I'm here to bring you this video. Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about what Bitcoin is, what Bitcoin investment is, how to invest in Bitcoin if you want to make profit, what Bitcoin halving is about. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin as a form of money, and I'm going to talk about a lot and lots of introductory things about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in general. Well, if you are a veteran in this in cryptocurrency space, this video might not be so much informative for you. But if you are very much new to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, then you might want to stay tuned and listen. Well, Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's more like a computer money. That's the best way I could explain it. Is a form of money that cannot be seen, cannot be touched physically. It's in your computer. Your paper money is actually value because your government backed it. So when you have 2,000 naira notes or 1,000 naira notes and you give it to someone, the person recognizes that value, not because the paper has value. That's how Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is valuable because other persons can accept it as a means of exchange. In other words, Bitcoin serves as a means of exchange. That's what money serves as also. Bitcoin also serves as a store of value because over time the value of Bitcoin tends to increase averagely. Then also Bitcoin can be seen as an asset. That's because a lot of persons use the take advantage of the fact that Bitcoin has very high liquidity and invest in Bitcoin, and it becomes a very valuable asset for them. Bitcoin was about $4 as at as far back as 2012. But right now, we all know Bitcoin is about $6,000 plus. Well, so that's a very good form of investment. I'm also going to talk about why we use Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin has a lot of advantages. Bitcoin tends to solve the problem of our monetary system. It tends to solve the problems paper money has and lots of other assets has. While our paper money is inflationary, Bitcoin is deflationary. While our paper money is centralized, Bitcoin is decentralized. Let me explain that. Well, Bitcoin cannot be controlled by any government. It cannot. Bitcoin does not know times of hardship. Just take for example, when the situation we are in right now, the pandemic that is taking place right now, you see the government printing a lot and lots of cash, a lot and lots of stimulus to help the economy, or we can say help the economy, or to say destroy the economy, whichever way you want to put it. Well, I'm just trying to point out the fact that Bitcoin cannot be printed this way. As a matter of fact, no government has control over Bitcoin, so no one can print Bitcoin anyhow they like, irrespective of the time and season. So that makes Bitcoin decentralized and it does not affect the value of Bitcoin. What affects the value of Bitcoin is people's perception, people's prices. People tend to sell off and people tend to buy more. So demand and supply is what controls the price of Bitcoin. That's that. Well, Bitcoin mining. That's what I want to talk about. Then I will talk about Bitcoin halving concurrently. Bitcoin mining is the act of confirming transactions. Bitcoin transactions are confirmed by miners. So mining of Bitcoin, for you to mine Bitcoin, you have to confirm transactions. So if I send my Bitcoin to somebody there, it's more like the bankers that will confirm this transaction, just the way you confirm your money transfer when you transfer your money. It's just the way the miners will confirm the transaction and develop a hash. Talking about the hash, you might not know it. They confirm the transaction. As they confirm the transaction, each block they confirm, they get new bitcoins as reward. These rewards are new bitcoins. That's how bitcoins are being mined. That's how bitcoins are being produced. And each block is mined every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, new bitcoins are produced. Now, Bitcoin halving is an event that takes place every 4 years. Yeah. So this after every 4 years, the amount of reward miners get halves. The amount of reward miners get reduces into half. In other words, the amount of Bitcoin that is produced reduces into two. That's why we say Bitcoin is deflationary. You get the point. Its value will tend to increase because the supply was definitely decreasing. As the supply continues to decrease and the demand increase, definitely Bitcoin becomes deflationary. That's what we refer to as Bitcoin halving. But I want to also talk about Bitcoin projects and altcoins. Well, there are also a lot of cryptocurrencies out there apart from Bitcoin. We call them altcoins. Well, these coins are usually backed by projects. So, take for example, if I own a company and I say, okay, this is the coin I want to be using, a cryptocurrency as my coin. So, if you want to invest in my company, you have to buy this cryptocurrency as your stock. That's my project and that's my cryptocurrency. Other people can also trade that. That's my coin. Buy my coin and trade it. That's my cryptocurrency. You get the point. That's just altcoins. There's a lot of things to talk about altcoins, but that's not what we're dwelling on. Okay, Bitcoin as an investment. Well, people have been. I don't know if person keeps asking me, Apex, when do I buy Bitcoin? Apex, how do I buy Bitcoin? Apex, when do I sell Bitcoin? Well, first of all, I would like to make you understand that it depends on the kind of person you are. It depends on the kind of money you're making. It depends on how you want to invest. Let me explain that. If you're the kind of person that you want to invest in Bitcoin for a very 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 long term, let's say 10 years, 15 years time, then I suggest you have a program. Let's say you're taking out 0.5% of your earnings. I don't care if it's daily or monthly. You're taking 0.5% or 1% of your earnings and you're putting in Bitcoin. You don't really need a lot of technical analysis to buy. Whenever you have your money, you could buy. Anytime you have your money, you could buy anywhere here. You could buy anywhere here. You could buy anywhere here. Whichever time you have the money, you could just buy Bitcoin and keep. Or you could as well save the money and buy Bitcoin when it is very very low. That's what I'm going to be talking about right now. If you're investing within a year period, you want to buy at the lowest price every year. There's always a low price for Bitcoin every year. Bitcoin always go that low every year. So that's what we call all-time low, yearly all-time low. Well, if you take a look at a price chart like this, of course, if you're the kind of investor that your time frame is 1 year, you want to harvest your money in a period of 1 year, you're willing to wait for up to 12 months or 11 months or thereabout. You cannot be looking at the daily chart. You cannot be looking at the hourly chart. You'll be looking at something like this. This is the weekly chart. Of course, this each week right here, each candle you see here, we call these candles. Each candle represents 1 week. So this is 1 week, this is a different week, this is a different week. So each of these represents the price of Bitcoin in that week. If it's a green candle, it means the price of Bitcoin opened right here at the bottom and closed here. If it's a red candle, it means the price of Bitcoin that week opened at the top here and closed down here. That makes it a red candle. That's why you see red and green candles. That's basically what it is. You would be looking at the price chart like this, and you would want to buy around this region. This region I'm touching right now. Those are the yearly lows. In 2017, this was around the 3K level, around 3,400, 3,600. That was September 2017. And at December, that was when Bitcoin moved up to $20,000. And in 2018, I think right around December 2018, if I'm correct, we were down to that 3K level again. And same thing with 2019, early 2019, before we spiked up to this 14K. So you want to be buying around this region. Of course, Bitcoin is down almost at the region. Bitcoin just left this buy region for the year, and that was weeks last around last 2 weeks or so. Well, these are the region you want to buy if you are a yearly trader. If you want to just put your money and invest anytime in the year, or you're willing to wait for up to like 12 months. But if you are the kind of person that you want to make quick money, of course, like the kind of Nigerians that we are, we always like quick money, then it becomes more tricky. You have to be a trader and you have to be very good at it. In other words, it becomes very much tricky. It's not as easy as it is. It's not that easy as it sounds. You could easily lose your money That's what Bitcoin trading is. Bitcoin trading is simply buying and selling. In other words, you buy low and sell high. You could decide to be buying only Bitcoin, buy low and sell high, just Bitcoin. You could decide to buy other cryptocurrencies. You buy the cryptocurrency low and wait for it to pump and you sell high. Of course, you there are different types of traders when it comes to trading. You have day traders, swing traders, but that will be a topic for another day. But what I want to tell you is that if you decide to make quick money, you would have to study a lot. I suggest you enroll in any of the academies you find about Bitcoin trading and pay. Of course, if you are paying, you pay. Because I always say for something, whatever you do not learn, you will learn. In cryptocurrency, whatever you do not learn, you will learn. Either with tears in your eyes or whichever way you learn it, you must learn it. But it's either you learn it with smiles on your faces or you learn it with tears in your eyes. That's just the sad truth. So I advise you learn very well. Even when you don't learn it, I advise you start up with testnet, with demo accounts and try to improve your strategy before you now start with little income. Now that takes me to the next question someone asked me, how much do I need to invest in this country? Well, if you don't learn it and you're done with testnet, you're done with demo accounts, then you should start up with nothing more than $100. Nothing more than $100. No matter how rich you are, you should start up with nothing more than $100. That's because whatever you learned in testnet or whatever you learned in demo account is not the same thing with trading with your money. There are a lot and lots of things you will learn by experience. Whoever your teacher is, no matter what you are taught, what you will learn by experience in crypto trading is far, far more than what you will ever learn from anybody, anywhere. Take that from me. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. How do I buy Bitcoin? Well, you can buy Bitcoin from you could buy Bitcoin from anybody. Actually, you could also buy from exchanges like Binance and the rest of them. You could buy Bitcoin from them. It depends on what you have. Nonetheless, if you are buying a very low amount of Bitcoin, you might be charged more because these persons that sell to you tend to pay fees, so they might want to charge you more. So you just take that into consideration. Well, I would like to quickly talk about the Bitcoin price currently for my day trader. Well, the Bitcoin price currently, if you talk about, if you're looking at the 4 hourly time frame, 4 hourly time frame, we are seeing a red flag in the time frame, and it is looking very bearish in the 4 hourly time frame. But it's also worthy to note that we could actually spot a pennant here. If I put this line right here, we could actually see a pennant right here, which means if we break to the we break to the upside right here, we could be very bullish. But if we break to the downside, then we could be very, very bearish. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you next time.